All right, guys. Another one with the name associated. Malik.
Let me hear it, bro.
Malik.
It's a black person.
Malik's got some problems, guys.
All right, cool.
All right. Am I the asshole for saying I won't thank her for cleaning the house because I already do my part financially?
Oh, man. Off the bat.
Right off bat, Malik, you're a waste. You're a waste, man. Why would you even rate this stuff? How dare you, bro? But this is pre-context.
Okay.
He may be justified.
Yeah.
Malik, you may be an honorable brother, but as of right now, you seem very dishonorable.
The name Malik is strong enough. I want to give him some room.
That's what I'm saying. Malik Beasley.
Yeah.
All right. I've been living with my girlfriend, Reina, female 29, for about 8 months. I make more money than she does, so I cover the rent and most of the utilities, while she handles groceries, cleaning, and cooking.
Okay.
That wasn't some official agreement. It just kind of happened naturally and worked out for the both of us, until recently. Lately, she's been making little comments like, it would be nice if someone noticed the bathroom didn't clean itself, or just once I'd like to hear thank you for dinner. At first, I brushed it off, but the other night, she told me directly that she feels underappreciated, that I never say thank you when she cleans or cooks, and that it feels like I just expect these things from her. I told her, maybe too bluntly, I don't expect thanks for paying the rent. I just do it because that's what I bring to the table. Isn't this supposed to be a team effort? She did not take that well. She said that I was reducing the emotional labor she does to chores and that all she wanted is acknowledgement. I said I thought we played our roles. I didn't know I had to throw a parade every time someone wipes the counter. Now she's pulled back. She stopped doing certain things like mainly making coffee for me in the morning and folding my laundry. And honestly, I can tell she's hurt, even though she's trying to act unbothered. She thinks I'm emotionally disconnected. And I think we're both doing our parts. Hers just happens to be a little bit more visible. So am I the asshole for not saying thank you every time she does something around the house when I feel like I'm holding up my end financially?
Yeah.
Did he verbalize the parade part, or was that just him in the story?
No, he verbalized that. He said, I thought we played our roles. I didn't know we had to throw a parade every time someone wipes the counter.
He just tried to shoot at her.
Okay, is it? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That's a W. That's a W. That's a good joke. I'm not gonna lie. Bad timing. Good joke.
Bad timing. It was funny though.
Good joke though. No. I'm gonna start saying that now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you want us to throw a parade? You want us to throw a parade?
But fam, I honestly think he's in the wrong.
Nah, he's a waste.
He's wrong.
I'm not gonna lie. Malik, you're a waste, bro.
Because, like, the point I wanted to make was, yeah, you guys do different things, okay? And everybody's responsible for something different. However, if your wife is telling you, I just want words of acknowledgement, and if her love language is words of affirmation,
I swear, I knew love language was coming from.
You know? Because, if that's what my wife wants, I'm going to tell her, yo, I'm grateful for you. Thank you for this.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why not? Why is he so dead set on not saying these things,
No, I think
the toxic masculinity.
The thing that's happening here is that she was acting passive aggressive, and he responded to that negatively.
But you don't respond fire with fire.
Her passive aggressive is justified, though. We can all agree.
Yeah, I agree.
How hard is it to say thanks, man?
Just say thank you.
Literally just one word.
Yeah,
not even a sentence.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not you particularly. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, why does he so argumentative when it comes to just providing affirmation to the person who he loves the most?
No, I think it's the fact that she was passive aggressive triggered him. I think it was not even I think he's not even acknowledging her concerns at all. He's just acknowledging the fact that she dealt with him in a passive aggressive manner.
But come on, bro.
Stupid. Very stupid.
You don't have to do that. If you have the right enough of emotional intelligence, you can see through the passive aggressiveness and see that my wife clearly needs something from me, or my girl, she needs something at this moment, right? The best thing to do is probably not to deny her of it when it's as simple as thank you.
Literally, he's not asking for anything. He's not asking you for nothing.
Like he's arguing something that doesn't need to be argued. This could have been settled in 2 seconds. You know what? You're right. Thanks.
And now look at him. Now he's not getting his coffee. His folded laundry is not folded.
Yeah.
Look what you got, little nigga. Look what you got.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why it has to be a big enough problem that it has to be written about.
Nah,
when all they want is just affirmation.
Nah, this really grinded my gears.
She needs to call his mom I think
That ass.
his mom did too. Because that's the thing.
This what you raised?
This is what you raised.
Yeah.
You pampered him too much. Because at some point if you live alone long enough, you have to do this stuff yourself.
Right.
So coming home and I know you do it for your family, coming home to come cook and clean up and try to manage the household after you did all that work. It sounds like his mom did it for him, and now his girl does it for him.
Exactly.
And he doesn't realize the difficulty of doing both.
Exactly. And probably hasn't lived by himself either.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
So she needs to call his mom and say, "Yo, come. He needs to feel for a week. I'm gonna come stay with you." He needs to.
But more times when the guy's raised like that, his mom perpetuated it.
No, but now she needs to know.
That's a great point. That's a great point, because in our culture, and I think a lot of immigrant cultures or like minority cultures, the guy is pampered.
Baby.
You know? We're babied.
Yeah.
We're told, here's your food.
In the household.
Yeah, in the household.
Yeah.
Here's your food. Here's your laundry. Here's everything you need to succeed. Just go outside and do what you need to do. Compared to our counterpart, our sisters, they're told to cook, clean,
Shout out to our
X, Y,
sisters,
Z.
man.
You know?
Shout out to our sisters.
And you know something? I'm not saying I'm one of the victims to this. You feel me? Like I've done this. No, not victims, but I'm part of this, where it's kind of like I took advantage of that as long as I could, you know? And then there was a certain point in my life where I wasn't given the access to do that anymore. Then I had to learn how to do my own skills, you know? You feel me?
You do it for the family.
Yeah, now I do it for the family.
Yeah.
But like up until like my late teens, I was just the same as this guy, you know? Where I expected this to happen.
No, but you
every Saturday, laundry.
He's 30 or 29.
But you grew to become appreciative of those things.
I do.
Right?
But I'm trying to say is, what would life have been if things didn't go that course? And I, like, you know, like, would I have just learned how to do these skills on my own?
No.
Knowing who I am, I probably would have, you know?
Yeah, you have to.
But like the small little things, like when somebody's doing it for you and being appreciative,
Yeah.
you know, that charitable act, it's little as
That's just character, to be
That's
honest.
what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Those traits of character get
Yeah.
built when you're in situations like you were.
Yeah,
you have to
totally.
do it by yourself.
Like,
You're
even when my mom used to do it for me, I still used to say thank you. You feel me? Like, I don't know why this guy feels like it's something that is mandatory for it to happen.
The only difference that you notice your mom's doing it.
Yeah.
He expected the stuff to, like, he probably walked into his mom's house all the time. Everything's clean.
Yeah.
So he had some sort of expectation. This gets done. It's not something I have to think about. In this scenario, it seems the same thing.
The reason why I don't agree with calling his mom is because his mom could be on his side.
No, but if you tell his
agree,
mom, yo, this is what we're dealing with in our relationship, I think this is some sort of conversation that should have been had.
No, I think that the response that you would get from somebody who was raised in a household like that is, that's my son, and you're supposed to do these things for him regardless.
Nah.
Yeah, I know. I agree with him.
I feel like that's the type.
A mom likes to baby her kid, you know? And typically, a lot of these minority mothers, they just believe that her son's partner should provide the same level, if not more, of what she provided for her son. So if the wife or the girlfriend calls and be like, yo, your son is acting like a spoiled brat, the mom probably is going to say, that's because he does X, Y, and Z. And
yeah, you're not doing enough for him.
Because she probably did that for her relationship, you know? So that's probably all she knows.
The only thing is, for me, if you're getting into a long-term relationship, you should have one parent at least of your spouses that you could be comfortable enough to call, and don't get that back.
Well,
that's
I agree
to meet with.
I agree, but the reason why I brought this up is because I feel like
it's a good point.
The person in this scenario, right, having the little to no self-awareness,
because immigrant mothers will judge you. I completely get that.
Right, but I'm saying that the reason why I think that contacting his mother is difficult for this scenario is because his actions are like the actions she's showing to his wife of not being appreciative, I think stems from the fact that he was expecting this type of behavior since he was a kid because his mom did it,
but
without any pushback.
If I don't know if she knows that right now. If she calls, she could figure that out and figure out the long term how this relationship's going to look like.
Because I feel like this is learned behavior. I don't think that this is something
now. If there's no known, there is learned behavior, but for her end, the fact that she's expecting the thank you means that she doesn't know how he was raised like that.
Well, I think she needs common sense. Huh? That's just common sense. If you're walking around,
acknowledgements.
But I mean, like, if you're walking around the house every single day and somebody else is cleaning up after you every single day, and you just literally brush it off like it's not happening, then somebody is common sense is going to take into account here, and the person who's doing it is going to feel underappreciated, which is what she is.
But the fact that she still was right now waiting for a thank you means that she didn't understand that fact, that this is the type of relationship we're in, that we don't have to acknowledge each other's small little details.
But that's not the relationship they're in. She's trying to change that.
She should change that. That's why if she calls his mom and she figures that out, yo, this is the type of environment he grew up in. Okay, this is the type of stuff we need to address right now, because we're not going to go out three years later and I'm going to still, this is in my head.
So what is the end goal here then?
Speak about it.
No, I mean, like, let's
Are
say
we going to acknowledge each other for the stuff we do?
Yeah.
No? Okay, we need to find the exit then.
So you're saying you need to know if this is learned behavior or is this something that's happening right now?
If he's
you're
taking
trying to
advantage
understand
of
that?
me,
Right.
or is this something that his mom did for him, or did he appreciate his mom?
So you're trying to find out where is this stemming from,
Yeah.
right? And then from there, you're going to make your decision on the relationship and the marriage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they're married though, right?
Well,
They're dating.
I think they're dating, you're right, yeah.
So yeah, so there's no divorce
Girlfriend,
papers.
Yeah. Girlfriend, yeah.
I'm just, if this is the type of relationship we're in,
So for you, there's an exit plan.
there's an exit plan. If he's
Gotcha.
not, if the other person does not see a problem
Got you.
and does not see something that needs to be repaired,
Got you.
then there's an exit plan.
Got you. Okay. I like to think differently because I think just a moment of weakness to me, you know?
Not
I feel like if this is learned behavior, we can unlearn it. That's how I like to look at it.
if someone's so far gone saying, "Yo, Chef,"
That's where I disagree with. There's no such thing as so far gone. That's where I disagree with. There's no such thing as so far gone.
Drake is so far gone. I don't.
Shout out to Drake.
Yeah, I want him on the couch, fam. Don't be talking shit about my boy.
No, who's talking shit?
You
He
talking
said there's no so far gone. I said there's Drake.
Oh, okay. So
There's a rap bar.
yeah, I follow.
Catch up, well. I don't know what you're doing over there.
You're right.
Just because you have a nice shirt doesn't mean you can't listen to niggas.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
That is a nice shirt.
Thank you.
That's a nice shirt.
Thank you.
No, but the only thing for me is
But I don't want to lose hope on our relationship.
if we're 30 years old, again, the age thing is there. Some people are so set in their ways by a certain age that they don't, it's going to be war to change their mind. Then I'm not willing to. Why you keep on laughing at everything?
I think Mukhtar is so non-committal, fam. Like, if there's a problem in your relationship, that chances are you can't get around it. Your first thing is
That's what I'm saying. I can't leave the relationship.
No,
nothing
off
is
that.
perfect, fam.
I can't
me-
leave the relationship without having tried my absolute
I
hardest.
agree. I totally agree.
But for me, I know how I act with certain things,
Okay.
and certain things I will not change.
Why not? Why not?
I'm
What if somebody who loves you
I'm not
wants you to
saying
change?
Me personally.
What if somebody who loves you wants you to change?
You're
depends
not
on
going
what
to
it
change?
is.
Like, you would never be willing to change something that...
There's certain things where I hold principle.
Principles and morals aside,
Yeah.
actions.
Certain things like this, because again, I was put in the environment where I had to do for myself.
Right. But there are
Certain things
aspects
like
of
this.
you that you say you're not willing to change.
Principles and stuff.
Fair.
There's nothing too large in my life where it's harming someone else and I'm not willing to change it. Like there's certain acts, like right now I sleep in my own bed. It's gonna take an act for me to get used to someone being there every single day.
Okay.
That's the same thing as this. You have to realize that someone else is there, that someone else has taken half of the workload from you, and now we need to start acknowledge each other. I live with someone right now. I say, "Oh, I appreciate. Oh, you did that solid. I appreciate you." Just quick things. This is not someone. This is not a spouse. I've never lived with a spouse, but by 30 years old, you should have some sort of understanding of how other people should be
Got
treated.
you. So you're referring back to home training.
Yes.
Got you.
And if you're not home trained well enough by
Gotcha.
30 years old,
There's like a universal basic home training standard that people should meet in your
for me,
Got you.
and by 30 years old, if there's not certain stuff that are set in you foundation wise, then there's no point in long term.
Fair point.
I like how you completed my. I appreciate you.
No, because I'm trying to
Making it
understand your
well-rounded,
thinking.
yeah.
I'm trying to understand your thinking, and I do agree with it. But
Yeah.
it does kind of come off as non-committal too, because it's like you're giving it an ultimatum.
No, but I've been like, you guys know me. I've been like this. If I
Yeah.
see a few things about somebody that I don't like, and it starts building up, yeah, I'm not willing to put all that time in because
I'm very interested to see who you settle down with someday, inshallah.
we're getting too old.
You're gonna have to be a very open-minded woman
How?
because you're very stubborn, fam.
Yeah, you
Um,
are. You are.
But me, I'm not. I will care for my woman. I care
Tell
for
them.
my,
Don't tell me.
Why are you telling
Wait,
us?
don't look at me. Tell them.
Don't look
Talk
at me
to
and say
them,
I care
bro.
for my
Come
woman.
on, man.
No.
I'm not your woman.
Look at that.
Tell them. The camera's
that
on
camera,
you,
bro.
nigga.
Don't tell me, nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Whoa, move it to the side, nigga. Yo, what? Come on, nigga. Don't.
nah, but I think I broke this thing. But I care for my family like I care for my woman, and the important things I don't think I'm stubborn on. It just the new things, the bigger changes. I think is gonna take me a little while, but I don't think I'm that difficult of a person to be around because I take care of what needs to be taken care of. That's why I think a lot of people should be able to, and I understand everyone's situation is not the same, but I think people should live alone for at least a year. Or live at least manage households. And I know you do that. That's why I'd say
Depends on your personality, though.
Huh?
Depends on your personality.
I
Some
think-
people need company.
No,
Some people need company, bro.
I need
no, but me, I have a roommate.
You need any
so
company?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, don't make it weird. Don't make it
you know,
weird.
do the
Don't
same
make
thing.
it-
You look at the camera. Say,
Nah.
You didn't need to,
This
like-
nigga made it weird just
No, I'm
because I
saying
said I need
the
company.
way he looked at me was odd, bro. It's like, what are you talking about?
I just said I need
What the
company.
fuck are you talking about?
Imagine coming home to a house, nobody's there.
no, but you
No, that's what I
have
come home to. It's
So-
handy. It's light.
That's for you.
That's the life,
a,
bro.
it is, man. Because people need to figure out who they are and figure out how to run a household. And you run your household right now by
Yeah.
cooking and things like that. Things need to be done. And by 30 years old, if you're not at a point where you're at least cooking and cleaning and managing shit for yourself, and you don't appreciate the hardship other people are going through, then you're trouble.
Okay.
And I don't think
I just think personally, if you can walk by something in your house that shouldn't be in the right place and not give a fuck, you're too far behind.
exactly.
I think you're just that's where it comes back to what you're saying, universal
Yeah,
basic home training that everyone should have.
yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, and that's just everyday stuff. And that's pretty much that comes back to the scenario here. She's asking you for the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Just say thanks. She's doing it all. Just say thanks. Like, that's it.
I agree.
So in that sense, yeah, honestly, no, this
He's
guy's
the
a waste
asshole.
you. He's a waste you.
Yeah.
Malik?
How about you? What do you think?
I don't like the fact that we should change his name to Roger.
Why?
Why?
No,
there's
'cause-
already a Goldie Roger, fam.
Huh?
There's already a Goldie Roger, fam. That's what I'm saying. Bro. You can't be,
Oh, you
you
guys want
can't be
the
dropping that name, fam. That's another nigga's
He's
name.
right, fam.
This is anime.
There's One Piece.
That's One Piece,
Yeah,
bro.
it's One
That's the
Yeah,
guy.
One Piece podcast coming soon.
Sending you
What
guys
do you
know.
think? What do you think?
Huh?
Who's in the wrong?
He's the asshole. It's just it doesn't. That's part of home training is showing appreciation for people
To
around
be
you.
honest, bro, like the fact that he spoke back to her when
In
they
that
had
manner.
in that manner means this guy just had no home training, bro. Mama's boy, if anything.
Yeah.
Very much a mama's
Throw
boy.
parade is crazy.
Throw a parade every time someone wipes the counter. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna steal that joke, but not for that, not that context.
We're gonna get sick of this. Just
Yo, let me just end it off on this.
Talk to him.
okay?
talk to the
him.
camera. Just,
Let me just end it.
Talk to him.
I like how you straightened your shirt first.
I have to, bro. I have
The
to.
ladies
It's-
know.
It's a clip for me.
Come on now, hello, Cool J.
If my wife vocalized that there's a problem, okay, you know what I would do?
What would you do, sir?
I listen.
Okay, I didn't know where you're going for a second there. Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say in through one, out through the other.
No.
That's what I thought you were
I
gonna say.
listen, okay?
Yeah.
Especially in a situation like this where all she's asking is for affirmation for the things that she done, even though maybe I don't get it. Chances are, for me personally, I don't need affirmation. That's not what I'm looking for out of this, That's not the way that I choose to receive love. However, if my wife vocalizes to me that she would like to be affirmed for what she does, there's no doubt in my mind that I wouldn't agree. Because that's the bare minimum that I can provide.
stand up guy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, if that's what she's looking for, and it's as simple as 2 words, I will say thank you for the rest of my life. Because that's why she is my wife.
okay.
She's my life.
Let me ask you this.
She's my
No,
everything.
You ruined the poetry. Go ahead.
You know what I mean? That's it. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Is there anything the guy can do to fix this situation for himself? That he can?
Fam, he just has to be like, yo, I thought about it. I'm wrong. That's all he
it.
has
You don't think he has to like?
It is the simplest thing in
I'm
the
thinking,
world.
to be honest with you, like he already fucked up so bad that he's gonna have to at this point now, like spend a day cleaning the house or something like that.
Sure, he-
Show her some kind of visual cue, like, yo, I
Which is
fucked
better,
up my
which is-
bad.
But I feel, the bare minimum is, you know what I thought about it, I'm in the wrong. And what I wanted to tell you is I appreciate you. And I see what you do. I know I haven't taken notice and I haven't been telling you actively, but I appreciate you. I love you, and I want to thank you for everything you do. Simple. That's all he has to say. But instead, the man is like, "This is what you need to do."
What if I stop bringing in the rent?
Yeah.
What if I stop paying for the rent?
Like,
How dare you,
why
nigga? That you're out of a crib.
like,
The
get
fuck?
out of here,
You don't have a
bro.
crib.
They could be homeless together, fam.
Nigga, you don't have a crib. You don't
Yo,
pay your rent. You
man.
don't have a crib.
Some people are just the human.
Crazy.
You feel me?
Completely.
Entitlement, man.
Yeah. But yeah,
This guy's a piece of shit. He's the asshole.
I agree.
I'm gonna
It's
say that.
definitely the
Let me end this show. Everybody, thank you for watching another episode of the Coffee Break Podcast. Let us know in the comments what you think. Is the guy wrong? Is the girl wrong? Let us know. You are our caffeines. You feel me? Is that weird to say?
No.
Let us know. The
Nice.
poll is at the bottom. Put the comments there. Next week, we're back with another episode. Peace.